6:54 Monday, January 30th, 6:55. January the 1st, January 30th, Monday. 55 is strong physical movement, and 6 is intuition, the base sum / summary of all your metaphysical abilities. Now in this video I'm talking about end of days, and I'm also talking about your spirit mate rebonding and releasing something you've never been able to do, past life memories as spirit, as your natural self that have been taken away, making it that much harder to remember anything in the body, but that's really difficult anyway, and more. Now when I say end of days, a lot of people think, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. If I start coughing hard, I'm just gonna delete it out of the video. It's hard for me to do and I screw up a lot, but when I render the video I'll pull it out if it gets nasty. Anyway, so this end of days things, what's that about? The heavens fall and crush us. What, a cloud's going to crush us? I don't think so. There's everyone's killed and burned alive, and they're taken, put to hell or heaven, or no, it's all that's all bullshit. Just like your religions, every single one of them is full of shit. They're garbage. The end of days is like that old song. It's the end of the world as we know it. Creation was made by the original first being after it split in half. All became almost insane, was 27.5% lower frequencies. This isn't a big repeat of everything. This is new material that I want you to have. I'm so close to leaving this time for it just came to me. Just tell everyone. Some of you already know what's going on. But the end of days things, what's going to happen is that all of a sudden at one moment, and no one's going to know what it is except for Lily and I. And, you know, I won't be in a body, I'll be myself. What we call Ara on this planet at this moment. It'll never be called God. No such thing as a God or a devil. We're family. We're all different. No one's any better than anyone else. We can do individual things better, but we're not better. We're all equal. If people could realize that now and accept it, you wouldn't have this nasty racism and everything. But all the things running everything right now, they're on their last leg. You're going to watch them suffer before I take them home. A lot of them I'm just going to delete. So things are changing, but for the better. As a matter of fact, your future is so bright that when I take a real good look at it, I gotta watch my pineal, man. I gotta cut down on the light. Yuck, yuck, yuck. My information is not a joke. It's very serious. But I try to retain some type of sense of humor and a positive attitude to get me through it. And that's going to be important in the upcoming days once I'm out of here. We need it now. We always have needed it, but it's gonna. You'll understand what I'm talking about when I get out of here. And for the wonderful person that sent me those glasses, thank you. I know it was a long time ago. I appreciate it. Anyway, so what's going to happen for this end of days thing is I'm going to just collapse all the bodies. They're going to be gone. You're coming out. It's ascension. You're not going to know when. There's nothing to make up a reason of fear in your brain, because it's not fear. You're all sentient energy. You're metaphysical. You're spirit, sentient energy. That's who all you are. You just shoved into a physical body that's a prison that grabs a hold of you and won't let go until the damn body dies. That's why I've always understood suicide. I'm not saying to go kill yourself. Please don't. I'm not saying that at all. But I've understood usually what's going on is a person's trying so hard to get out of that damn body. And a lot of us are driven nuts, and some of us have been given physical brains that were deformed on purpose. The original first being halves, and those close to them, they're all dead now. They do that on purpose, manipulate you just to make your life harder. So, the harder your life is, the more stress you go through. When the body dies and you come out, you grow. But instead of growing like this, you'd be in a really abused, you grow like this. And those of you that have listened to me for years think this is rehashing old stuff. It's not. That's about all there is that's similar. So anyway, 5 years after I'm gone, between 5 and 6 years, let me say that. Less than 6 years after this body's gone, dead, and I'm finally free, within that 6 year period, I expect to be pulling everyone out of the body. I'm going to take the bodies, just collapse them back into heavy particulate matter, and I have a little lizard buddy here in the house, 2 of them. One of them is kind of nearby. I'm trying to keep an eye on them. They're called animals. Anyway, I'll be collapsing the amount of heavy particulate matter it takes to make a physical body, a full-size adult male, just for example. It's anywhere between 1/10 and 1/3 of a speck of dust. It's nothing. And then when that's taken away, then all of a sudden you're free. You're floating as yourself. Now, when that happens, what do you feel? Well, you feel nothing. All of a sudden you're on the other side. You feel free. I shouldn't say you feel nothing, you feel no pain, but you feel free, you feel wonderful. All of a sudden you're with everyone else on the other side. It's like, whoa, what happened? I don't know, but I feel good, damn. And then you say, oh, that's right, that body wasn't me anyway. And then you just start waking up real quick. It begins instantaneously, but it takes just a few seconds to actually realize, or 2 seconds maybe at the most. And then you start getting used to it. So when is this end of days going to happen? Like I said, within 6 years after I'm gone. Now, I've always said within 20 years. I've said that for the longest time, within 20 years. I knew it was going to be less, but I knew that if I said within 20 years, it wouldn't be incorrect, literally incorrect. And recently something had happened where a piece of myself got free. It broke off, got out of the body. He was looking around and came back to me, talking to me. He goes, 5 years. So, and as soon as he said 5 years, I knew exactly what I was talking about. It's a piece of me. It hadn't had the chance to lose more of its memory yet. It still retains a lot of it, because it just came out, and I'm different. And I was incredibly powerful after my last life as Gandhi, but this life, all the fighting and destruction, I've like 8 different times I've actually changed into something a little different. So, and this is not breaking my arm trying to pat myself in the back. My job is to take care of stuff. That's why I've often called myself a janitor. custodian. I'm your oldest brother. It's my job to take care of everything. I can't do hardly shit inside when I'm inside this body, except for attack spirit that's not in a body, and I've done that really well. So anyway, these physical bodies bring physical pain. They bring abuse. It's massive abuse. If you had energy bodies, like when you're in a Fey body, it's nothing near like the pain and the suffering that goes on. And if you're in a physical body, you need physical sustenance to maintain the physical body, which means eating animals and even eating plants. Hey, they're alive too. They're sentient. Yeah, we never think about that too much, do we? So, save the earth, kill some plants. Yeah, not really. The only way to fix this is to get rid of the physical bodies, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Those people that need it are going to receive some suffering. I'm going to teach them what they've done wrong and why I'm destroying them, and then I'll just delete them. Some of them I'll rake open like dragon claws. Some of them I'm going to burn from the inside out, literally taking part of the physical mass within inside their body and creating like a little star inside. It just burns all through the body. So what do you think stars came from? Heavy particulate matter and energy. By the way, those of you that aren't aware yet, if like in my first book in the creation series, book 1, you can get them at Amazon.com. JSX Creation, books 1, 2, and 3. I explain the different forms of sentient energy, of spirit, the main ones, the main fields of essence. And there's universal essence, where the males are the stars and the females are planets. That's how it always is. Well, you get the sun, the star is the male, and then the female will often split herself up into the different planets that'll be going around it. And she'll be able to come, they'll all be able to bring themselves together as one again too. So everything's going to change for the better for everybody. But when it happens, it'll just be instantaneous. Everybody be fine, happy. And that is what you call ascension. All right, let's get to past life memories and personal spiritual history. It's like I was saying earlier, your physical, your metaphysical history, who you are as spirit. When you get together with your spirit mate, or if you're big enough on your own, release parts of yourself. They maintain some of their memories that they had when they were part of you, but then they lose them. They hold on to some of the base things, and that's it. You were made to be like that by the original first being that after it split itself into two people and started making creation. After it created male and female by splitting itself into two parts. Sorry, this is difficult. Well, the imparts of myself help prop me up, and I do what I can to add to it, and then it gets to a point it just starts shutting down. So anyway, you're gonna keep that information now. I can fix that when I get out of here. When you get together with your spirit mate and you release small parts of yourself, they grow and they forget they lose some of the initial information that they came from. Bullshit. That's coming to an end. I'm fixing that. So if you're like those that came from Lily and I, you're going to gain all that information that you used to have. When you left us, all that information that was there, that's what's going to be updated into you, and your energy is being fixed to where it'll flow like that. Everyone's energy is going to be like that. It's changing it. I do it through the field. That way, you become an individual, but you don't lose any of your previous self, any of your personal history. Anything else is wrong. The original verse being male and female, they just did whatever the hell they wanted. All you were supposed to do is get larger by being abused, get larger as fast as possible, and then go to be put with your spirit mate in the new universe and release a third of your own energy. Instead of 100 million, it might be 100 billion, and that way there's more prayer machines. That, you know, I'm not rehashing all the old stuff. For those of you that know me, you know, this video is about new stuff. So when you get as soon as I'm out of the body, when you get home, all this is going to be put back in you. There's no pain. You just all of a sudden you gain the information. That's it. Without bodies and neuroreceptors, you don't have pain when you're metaphysical, when you're your actual regular self, spirit, sentient energy. There's more, but that's all I can do. Deanna's working on opening up the store. She'll be selling spheres, maybe necklaces, and rune cards or something right away. When she does, she's getting close. You know, she had she had so much to do. Still does. I mean, it's a big thing. You know, you have to reinitialize yourself with living in a foreign country, the one where you were born, but you've been a citizen of, you know, the U.S., yada yada yada, all this other stuff. I'm not going to talk personal stuff with Deanna. I'm just trying to explain that there's a whole lot that she's been doing and trying to rest. She's been through hell. It's hard to be with someone you just care about, a friend, whatever, family member, and watch them die. Anyway, especially when it goes on for a decade. So, in closing, this is all getting ready to happen. I mean, I just have to get out of here. There's a lot of stuff I know and I'm going to do that I can't tell you about. I don't know, and I need to get out of here anyway. But it was time for you to know that once I'm gone, within a 6-year period, whenever it is, I'm not telling anyone. Like I said, Lily will know with me on the other side. And that's it. I'll just all of a sudden, poof, everyone will be home. There's no pain, there's no nothing. All of a sudden, poof, it's like, whoa, what happened? It's like someone turned the channel, except you're in the TV. It just, you go from being in a body to being yourself, pure energy. Pure, beautiful, powerful, intelligent energy. Sentient energy. As soon as I'm gone, you have less than 6 years to be in a physical body. No one's ever coming back in one again, because I'm destroying all the physical bodies, the gel cells that would hold life, anywhere and everywhere in creation, but it's only here in the third dimension. You still have lives, but you'll be as energy, sentient. You'll be as spirit, sentient energy. You'll have spirit bodies that are going to be like something to weigh you down and make, you know, you still build yourself up, get a little stronger, but nothing's abused in the process. And as you grow into your real self, that's a real beautiful, incredible thing. I mean, you have more feelings of love and creation, like sculpting, you know, art, whatever you like. That's what you're going to grow more into, because that's who you are. It'll be like walking through water, not like being beat up by people and sharks. It'll be like walking through water. So that's what's coming. And there's more to it than that, but that's all I can tell you right now. But the other stuff that's coming is good. I just can't, remember all of it. I had to have something of a reminder sheet here. All right, folks, look. If you can imagine the third dimension and then the second dimension, home where we all live, and a doorway in the middle that's 4 foot wide. I'm about 3 foot into the doorway, and I'm seeing the door finally starting to close, but it's not like a regular door closing. It's a sheet of energy coming down. And there's going to be a lot of serious destruction. I'm tearing crap up, but I'm not hurting anyone that, that doesn't deserve it. And there's so many people that just need to come home. There are so many people in North Korea and China, good people, that have been abused so hard all their lives that they don't even know what's real. I mean, they don't know what's real physically, let alone what's real metaphysically. They're coming home. That's enough. They need to come home and, start healing. But these other nasty things, I'm coming after them. Your FBI, CIA, who killed Kennedy? Who killed President JFK, John F. Kennedy? That's literally part of my energy that was in that body, had that life. It was the CIA, it was the FBI, it was different corrupt groups, organized crime. It was Lyndon B. Johnson, President Lyndon B. Johnson. But who was the one person really in charge of everything, making sure everything happened? Well, the Anunnaki, ruling Anunnaki families. The ones here in America, he's got to go because he's going to tell the world that we exist and everything else. So, things are going to get beautiful, wonderful. But I'm going to tear stuff up. And for those people that aren't aware of what's happening, they're just going to wind up literally waking up home. It's not even waking up. You don't go to sleep. There's no snack. There's just a blink of an eye. All of a sudden, they're their normal metaphysical selves. And they're seeing everyone else. And you live forever like that. And you don't eat anything, you don't drink, you don't sleep. You're a perpetual energy. It does exist, just not in the third dimension. Not naturally. Not unless it visits here. So, folks, love you. All I can tell you is closer and closer. Sick of the suffocating crap. Folks, love you. See you soon. I just wanted you to have that information.